SmartBook. Hi and welcome to SmartBook. I will give you a quick tour so that you can take advantage of all the features of SmartBook. In this demo I will describe how to set up the format of the payment ID. To perform this task, you will first need to navigate to the Payment ID tab of the company profile screen. To proceed to the screen, follow the navigation. Once you log in to the system you will be navigated to the home page of SmartBook. The side menu over here provides you easy navigation to all the settings of your SmartBook account. Click this button over here and the following menu will be displayed. Click the company profile menu item in the side menu. The following form will then be displayed. Click the setup side menu item. You will be navigated to this screen. Click the Payment ID tab. You can set the format of the payment ID through this screen. Click the Add button to add a new payment ID format. This format will be used if the payment ID is automatically created by the system. The following pop-up will be displayed to obtain the details. Enter the details as described. Enter name of the payment ID. Enter length of the payment ID. Select the modulus which will be used to calculate the check digit for the payment ID. In the Account from Position field select or enter the position in the payment ID from which the account number should be inserted. We'll begin inserting values to the payment ID from the first numeric of the account number. In the Account to Position field select or enter the position in the payment ID up to which the account number should be entered. In the Invoice from Position select or enter the position in the payment ID from which the invoice number should be entered. We'll begin inserting values to the payment ID from the first numeric of the invoice number. In the Invoice to Position select or enter the position in the payment ID up to which the invoice number should be entered. To the Prefix from Position field, select or enter the position in the payment ID from which the prefix should be entered into the length of the payment ID. In the Prefix to Position field select or enter the position in the payment ID up to which the prefix should be inserted into the payment ID. Enter the prefix value. Insertion of the prefix into the payment ID will begin from the first numeric of the prefix value. To the Suffix from Position field, select or enter the position in the payment ID from which the suffix should be entered into the length of the payment ID. In the Suffix to Position field select or enter the position in the payment ID up to which the suffix should be inserted into the payment ID. Enter the suffix value. Insertion of the suffix into the payment ID will begin from the first numeric of the suffix value. Enter the prefix text for the payment ID. This will be inserted into the length of the payment ID before any numerics defined earlier. Enter the suffix text for the payment ID. This will be inserted into the length of the payment ID after all numerics defined earlier and after the check digit. Enter the values and click the Update button. A preview of the payment ID would be displayed for the sample invoice number and account number. You can enter your own sample invoice number and account number and view the result of the payment ID by clicking the Update button. Click the Close button to return to the company profile screen. The first payment ID is selected as the default payment ID automatically. If required to change the default payment ID, select the required record from the grid and click the Set Default button. If required to delete a payment ID, click the Delete button at the end of the row of the record. However, the system does not allow to delete the default payment ID when there are several records of payment IDs. If you attempt to do so, a message will be displayed to provide you feedback. If you require to delete the default payment ID, you need to first select another payment ID as default and then delete the specific record required to be removed. Click the Edit button at the end of each payment ID record in the grid to modify the details of the payment ID. You will then be displayed this pop-up window. Make the necessary changes and click the Update button to save the details. Click the Close button to return to the company profile screen.